Hey everybody, this is Phoenix Down, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we overcame the deceptions of Blind the Thief and rescued the fourth maiden. And in today's episode, we're once again going to do some exploring around the Light and Dark worlds, collecting various items and heart pieces along the way. This should be the last episode dedicated to collecting items on the overworld in various locations. After this point, it should just be dungeon, and final battle. And anything that's left to collect in regarding like heart container pieces or whatnot, that should be picked up along the way. So some of the later episodes are going to start getting a little longer as I include the travel to the dungeon alongside just the dungeon itself. Anyway, our first stop today is this building here. I mentioned last time about a mini game I could have been doing. We have a treasure chest opening minigame. We pay 30 rupees and we get to open 2 chests. So let's try this. One of these chests has a heart container and the whole thing is randomized. There's pretty much no way to know for sure. And I only got like 6 rupees. So yeah, it's not very often that you break even here, but I'm loaded with rupees. So I'm going to keep doing this over and over, and in my last practice run I got it on my 4th try. So I'll try it a couple, since it's really short, I'll try it a couple times on screen. If it doesn't work out, then, well, I'll do it off screen. Oh, we got 100 rupees. Well, I definitely broke even there. So yeah, like, when I watch speedrunners do this game, they usually just do the 2 chests that I'm opening each time. They just go in, open those chests, then leave. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So that's try number 3. If it doesn't work this time, I will just do it off screen and just show it when I actually succeed. So here we go, let's give it a shot. We got 1 arrow and 100 rupees. Okay, well, I'll take that. Alright, now next time you see me, it'll be the attempt where I actually get it. Alright, here we go. Try number 10. We got heart piece number 19. And I might as well just open another one. Alright, we got a bomb. But yeah, I walk away with about as many rupees as I walked in with. So alright, that worked out. That didn't take quite as long as it could have. There are a couple houses in the village of outcasts where if you actually break in, there are chests that contain like 300 rupees. But I really don't care about that. Anyway, well, we have this suspicious looking tree with the eyeballs moving around. You bump into it and he spits out a bomb. So if you talk to him... So this is basically the clue where, to know that the gargoyle statue is the entrance to the 4th dungeon. But that's pretty obvious, really, because it's just, you know, it really stands out. And if you were to check your map, that would be where the crystal icon would be flashing anyway. But if we walk over this way, oh hey, there's this frog guy over here. Let's go and talk to him. Yeah, if you hadn't completed the 4th dungeon yet, you would not be able to lift up these stones to reach him. Ribbit, Ribbit, your body did not change. You're not just an ordinary guy, are you? I used to live in Kakariko Town. I wonder what my partner is doing there without me. Ribbit, I have a request of you. Please take me to my partner. Please, Ribbit, please. Okay, well now we have Frog in our party. Yay! No, wrong game. But he is following us around, and you might remember there was somebody in Kakariko Village that was missing a partner. Somebody disappeared on him. Yeah, you would not be able to get to this building either without the Titan mitts. But anyway, we're gonna go up to this house. Actually, I'm gonna do it down here. I'm gonna pull out the magic mirror, and I'm going to return to the light world. And oh hey, I recognize this guy. He's the Dwarf Smithy's partner. So now if you enter the building, oh, happy days are here again. You found my partner. We are very happy now. Drop by here again at that time. We will temper your sword perfectly. But yeah, if you talk to them now, all they say is just thank you, thank you. Yep, exactly. So I'm going to exit. Now if you walk back into the building, they're hard at work once again, and if you talk to them, so they will temper your master sword. It'll cost 10 rupees, but you know, that's no big deal whatsoever. So yes, let's do it. But they take the sword away from us, so now we are unarmed in that regard, but that's not such a big deal. We have to leave. I believe the trigger to get them to finish is to warp to the dark world and then warp back, and then it should be ready. If you just walk back into the building now, they'll be like, sorry, it's not ready yet. But I'm going to warp back into the Dark World first because there's something else I want to do here. There's all these pegs over here. I'm feeling really OCD, so I'm going to start pounding these things. Watch out for the bone cuckoos. They function exactly like the ones in the light world. You damage them enough times, a whole flock of them will come after you. Now if they just get out of my way, I wouldn't have to worry about accidentally pounding them down with this hammer. Get away from me, bird brain. And oh hey, by pounding all of the stakes, it opens up a secret passage. And down here we have heart container number 20. We've completed, or heart piece number 20. We completed a full heart container. Alright, only 4 more heart pieces to go. And we'll be getting those soon enough. Don't you worry about that. But anyway, while we're here, if we walk up here, oh hey, this busted up building, there's a treasure chest there that wasn't there before. But the key is locked inside the chest, so we can never open it ourselves. I don't know how Link knows that the key is inside the chest, but we can bring it along with us now. I'm going to drop down here, and once again I'm going to return to the light world. I almost said dark world for a second there. And the chest follows us. Now let's pick up our sword. Oh right. You can't, you have to drop off the chest by pressing the dash button. Yeah, you cannot dash while dragging this chest behind you. You'll drop it and leave it behind. It'll stay where I put it. I don't think anybody's gonna run around and run by and snatch it up from me. Our sword is now tempered up, so hold it. And we have a stronger sword. I can feel the power flowing through my body. This is the tempered sword, the third most powerful sword. The second most powerful sword, the level 3 sword of the game. It is more powerful now. Enemies will take an additional 1 hit less to defeat, so we can wipe out green soldiers in a single strike now, unless we hit them with sword beams. Sword beams are just as strong as they were before, so those will always still do the damage of... Oops. Well, didn't mean to hit that cuckoo there. They will still do the same amount of damage as your regular original sword. But anyway, we have this treasure chest with us. I am not entirely sure how you're supposed to figure out what to do with it. I'm pretty sure as a kid I used Nintendo Power to figure it out myself, but you want to just take it with you down towards the desert, because there was a character that we talked to before that mentioned that one of their buddies that used to be a thief hangs out in that area. I mean, I guess it's logical. I mean, especially if you played like Final Fantasy VI, you know, I mean, you know, Locke's a treasure hunter and everything, but he does know how to pick locks. So we pick up this rock, and we're just going to work our way down this way. Hopefully the contents of this chest will be very useful for us. And some of the enemy lineups have changed around here. We've got a bunch of crows to deal with. Oh crap. And we got the red soldier. I'm going to finish this guy off first. And we have this average middle-aged guy that has a sign he doesn't like us when we touch. I heard that you know I used to be a thief, right? Word travels fast, I guess. Well, I'll open a chest for you. Will you keep it a secret from everyone else? So we have to promise not to tell. We gotta keep it a secret to everybody. So yeah, let's promise. I'm not gonna mess with him because he'll just be like, oh, why do you have to be like that? But now we have the 4th and final magic bottle, so we can store items inside just like before. Bees, fairies, potions, what have you. And now I'm going to pull out my my flute. I'm going to summon my bird friend to fly up into the sky, and now I'm actually going to head over to Death Mountain. Because if you remember, there was a monument that with the Hylian Moonspeak on it that we couldn't do anything about before because we did not have the Master Sword yet. But now that we have the Master Sword, and you know, we're going to need what it provides very soon. Not for the next dungeon, but I took damage. Oh well. But for the one after that, you need this item that we're going to be collecting in order to access one of the upcoming dungeons. It's required to beat the game, pretty much, without glitching out an original Japanese copy of the game, that is, if you're like speedrunning. That was pretty cool. Apparently all the dungeon maps in A Link to the Past are actually on the same screen, technically, so there's like some kind of glitch to get into like the boundaries, and you can wind up in like an entirely different dungeon from like the Dark World when you like started from the Light World, things like that. It's really messed up. But anyway, we're going to warp back to the Dark World through the first portal we ever encountered. But before using the magic mirror to reach the Tower of Hera area, I'm going to actually jump down this ledge and enter this cave to collect some other treasure. It's like, ooh, wow, this is a really nerve-wracking room for sure. I'm gonna pound these moles down with a hammer, and now I'm going to pull out the magic cape and turn myself invisible and do some dashing. You want to do this as quickly as you can. Okay. No, nuts. I can't see myself, so it's really making it hard to follow the action. But alright, all these skulls have hearts in them in case you tried to tank it and use like your fairies to keep you alive. But in this chest, for all our trouble, we get the Cana Brina, or Brina, whatever. But if we swing it once, a ring of light will protect you from damage. Unfortunately, I have very little magic power left, so I'm going to summon the barrier. How that protects you from walking on spikes, I don't know, but ow, ow, ow. Outrun, Link. You can't dash in this state. The damage will stop you from running, but whew, made it. Didn't have to use any of my fairies either. Yeah, the magic mirror, just so you know, it doesn't work. I might as well keep that out because I'll be warping back to the light world shortly. Fortunately, since this is an area of the dark world where you originally arrived, you would not have the moon pearl. There are usually no enemies in the area, but that was an exception. There's a cave down there, but I really don't know where that leads. Maybe it takes you to like a more enemy inhabited area of the dark world. I'm not particularly concerned about that though. Instead, I want to return to the light world. We'll explore more of Death Mountain when we're ready to go to the last of the 7 dungeons and rescue Princess Zelda. But first I want to go over here to this monument with the Hylian moon speak as soon as I get to it. Yeah, we can't read it on our own like before, so let's pull out the Book of Medora. If we hold up the Master Sword, we will get the magic of Ether. We can manipulate the polar winds with our new Ether medallion. But we have to watch our magic meter. We're completely fresh out of magic, that's for sure. But anyway, actually, what am I doing? I'm going to pull out the flute, and I'm going to do some warping. Just hit that dead rock. I'm going to actually make a quick pit stop over at the magic shop, actually. Just to save myself some time, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to buy the green medicine to recover my magic. And I'm just going to use it right now. And now I'm going to buy the blue potion here. The medicine of life and magic. It basically recovers both for a discount. You save about 20 rupees doing that way. And let's see. Now I want to pull out my flute once again. I might not ever actually use that medicine, but I figured I may as well have it on hand. But let's summon the bird once again. And now we're going to warp over to Lake Hylia as we make our way towards the entrance of the 5th dungeon of the Dark World. Gotta watch out for Zoras. I don't really care if I take damage now as long as I don't die, but... So let's head back over to the Pond of Happiness. I've got plenty of rupees now to finish up where I started there. I only need 200 more rupees to max out my arrows. So let's go ahead and do that. And while I'm in here, I'm also going to grab some fairies. So anyway, I will do this stuff, well, I guess I'm already doing it right now, so while I'm waiting, I'm going to go over here, grab some fairies to recover my my health. And I may as well catch that last one and put that one in a bottle as well, as a safety precaution. I'm hoping not to ever have to use the fairies I have in bottles to stay alive. Anyway, 50 more rupees. The fairy queen will appear, and I want to carry some more arrows. So now we can do 60. Now I just have to put in 100 more rupees to get the maximum 70 arrows. And once I do that, then I will be at my absolute maximum capacity for bombs and arrows alike. So we have good luck. Hopefully it stays that way. If you guys know what these like fortunes of like, oh, you're gonna have good luck or you're gonna have big trouble. If you guys know what that actually influences, like if that affects what you can find like in bushes or stuff. Like if you're having big trouble, are you more likely to have bees or enemy rocks in the dark world? But alright, now we reached our maximum capacity of 70 arrows. So let's leave the pond of happiness behind. Thank you, Miss Fairy Queen. I am very happy now. My pockets are a lot lighter now. It makes it easier to run. But now, over here on this ledge, well, on this island, I should say, if we pick up this stone, we have another vortex to the Dark World required to access the 5th dungeon. So let's enter the Dark World once again. And we are now at the outskirts of the Ice Palace. And we have these grabby guys. They're like likes with tongues. And I think those flying guys are called Zeros. But anyway, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, we are going into the Ice Palace to rescue the 5th maiden and acquire some pretty cool equipment. So this has been Phoenix Down, and I will see you guys next time.